My game, Fate's Gamble, is finally out. Well, not really. You can only wishlist it. Yeah, so my game actually has a lot more going for it. So it's still not finished, but I highly recommend you wishlist it. It would greatly help me out, and I don't know when the actual game will come out, but I'm hoping for 2028. But don't count on that. Anyways, this time I'll give you all an update. I want to change how my channel is going forward to give a quick idea. Here's what I want for this channel. Uploading less devlogs so I can focus on my game. Do Timothy Kane style videos. Game dev tips videos. New gaming channel. Change the process of my devlogs. And easy and quick uploads. Now, let me start off by saying, by talking about the new channel I'm making. To anyone who's a much older fan of my channel, you notice I don't upload much gaming videos with my friends on this channel. I used to, but now I have made an entire channel dedicated to making gaming videos with my friends. The reason for this is because, if I'm correct, YouTube doesn't really recommend videos or channels that have such different genres. Like making devlogs and gaming videos in one channel can really hurt the algorithm. Not that I care too much about that, since I'm mainly making these for my friends, not so much popularity, but that could also hurt the view count on my devlogs. And it's like, why would I have two different video styles on one channel? I'd rather rather than having two channels, just have one channel for gaming and one channel for game dev. I believe making another channel would get rid of the problem of less views as well on my devlogs. The problem is I thought having a game dev channel and having gaming videos would get me a lot more views, and in return get me more people who would be interested in Fate's Gamble. So not only was it mainly for my friends, but anyone who subscribed and turned on that notification bell for gaming videos would get recommended videos about my game. I thought it was genius, but deep down, I'm sure people only follow for gaming videos. Like the people who follow me on due to my gaming videos, they're just gonna only watch those. They're not gonna care about the devlogs. They're not gonna care about some random game that I'm making. So I decided to make this channel game dev focused only, and the other about gaming only. Again, I want to make it clear. Also, there is one other reason. That reason is clutter. Going to my channel and seeing thumbnails for gaming videos and devlogs makes it feel cluttered and hard to focus on. The videos that you actually want to watch. Speaking of which, I should talk about the new content on this channel. I want to make videos in the style of... Of course, I'm not a very... I am just a, basic indie dev. I'm not a total professional, I would say. But I want to make those videos simply on my opinion, not so much... not to act like what I have is rules that you should follow. So obviously I am just a simple game dev with only 6 or 7 crappy itch.io games on their account and one big game that they're making that isn't even out yet. So obviously people shouldn't take what I say too seriously, but it is something that does interest me since I want to give my takes on it. But I want to keep people in mind that I am just a basic game dev, not a total professional who has 30 years of experience. Anyways, to continue. Now I think the algorithm will be okay with having Timothy Kane and game dev tips videos on my game dev channel, since a lot of game dev channels aren't just devlog videos, they also talk about game development in general. So I think it's okay, and the views won't be hurt. Anyways, I'm heavily inspired by game devs talking about what makes a good game, which is why I'm into those channels. And how the game development process is and how to work with it, or really anything involving game devs. Which means I'll probably change my about page to fit in with these new ideas I'm using. I should probably even introduce Timothy Kane. This guy is the co-creator of Fallout, Yes, he makes a lot of videos detailing his game dev takes, and it's always inspired me. It's the same with while he's going through a lot of controversy, Pirate Software. Even though not all of his takes are good, I've always wanted to make videos detailing my game dev takes. There's something about learning game development that intrigues me, and hearing what others think is the best or what their favorite idea is. Watching game dev videos is genuinely something I like watching. Not just because like I want to learn something, but it's so interesting to hear them talk about it and their experiences and like what they learned. And I'm also in love with like game dev tips videos. There was this YouTuber who unfortunately doesn't exist anymore and deleted all of their videos. And it's a shame. They deleted their videos due to specific reasons, and I won't tell you who they are, since they want to stay anonymous. But there was this person who made great video game tips on horror games, and I really thank them for shaping me into how I look at horror games now. They gave such amazing advice, and it's sad to see them not exist anymore, but I hope wherever they are that they're happy. So now I'm going to make game dev tips videos. Hopefully. Speaking of videos, it's time I start doing less videos. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but you can see that I haven't uploaded a devlog in a while, and I'm glad I haven't. It wasn't intentional, but I'm glad I haven't. I still have the devlog video about the music for Fates Gamble that I've talked about on my Twitter and Blue Sky. It's 80% done, but I had to wait on Otire and Roxana, which thankfully they got back to me. But that's not important. What I want to talk about is why I will not be uploading as much. It's because I want to focus on my game more. I have been trying to make videos quickly because of the YouTube algorithm. And I mean, if I keep making videos, the more my videos get recommended to people, which means more views, and they'll see my game and support the development. Except that means if I focus too much on that, then I'll focus less on game development. If I'm correct, my OG plan was to make a video on devlogs every 2 months. Hell, sometimes it wasn't even every 2 months. It was every month. That is the wild part. Some game dev channels don't even make devlogs until like 7 months. 7 months! It's insane for me to do it every 2 months or every month. You want to know why I do that? Well, again, I kind of just said it, but now this is the time where like I get kind of more personal about uploading less. I've explained it before, but as someone who is making the story for Fates Gamble, the morality behind the story is about addiction. And yet I was addicted to views. Very ironic for making a video game teaching against addiction, and yet the game dev is addicted to views. I would really like stalk my YouTube video statistics, and it would hurt to see my viewer count drop to 50% 30 seconds into a video. Yes, so most of the view count you see on my videos will have to people barely even watch the darn video. And not that I care anymore, but that would always make me sad and start questioning myself. I'd start saying like, am I too boring? Do I need to get my point across better? I'd look at everything, even what my videos were being recommended by. What's worse is I would manipulate myself into justifying it too. Oh, well, I'm a game dev. It's important. I need these videos to recommend to people so I can get more eyes on my game. It's not really addiction if it's important, right? Well, and while I was correct to a degree, it's important, but I'd focus on it too much that it would take away the time I need to make the game itself. So, this might feel out of nowhere, but to get even more personal, as someone who is, religious, I found a scripture specifically about this, and it really changed me, because essentially what it means is what you value the most will ultimately determine the direction of your life. It felt like I think God was waking me up and trying to pull me out of addiction, and he helped me. It's like my direction was more towards being a YouTuber, not a game developer. Like, it's weird how us humans easily think certain things aren't the same, so we need to be slapped in the face to wake us up. it was affecting me greatly. So I want to make it clear that I don't want to be addicted anymore. I'm not going to focus so much on videos. I'm not going to focus so much on views. Now, I know I just talked about the new gaming channel. And so you might be thinking, I'm going to work a lot for that gaming channel. You know, I'm focusing so much on this channel and I have to focus on that channel and then edit that. You know, it seems like I'm still in the YouTuber mindset. And, you know, however, keep in mind, I only make those videos after I'm done with the time making my game. Usually I work on my game like 8 to 9 hours. So sometimes I edit videos after that. Even then, don't expect me to upload a whole lot on the new channel. Because again, usually those videos are more for my friends. Lastly, I edit those videos too much. Sorry, I'm talking about the devlog videos. I was really inspired by Degenerosity. So like I use Degenerosity as an inspiration of mine since he talks while overlaying his videos with memes, and it's generally so fun to watch. You know, those videos, they're really funny. I really like them. I always sorry. And I still want to do that, but I won't focus on it too much. Because I realize having a meme video play every word or every sentence is so tiring. However, with more game dev talks and tips videos, I won't edit those nearly as much. Much like this video, I'm not editing it as much. So yeah. Well, that's all for the update video. Please go wishlist Fates Gamble, and I'll see you all in the next devlog about the music for Fates Gamble. Thank you, bye-bye!